Assalamu alaikum everyone.
Alaikum assalam.
Good afternoon to you all. My name is Norah Aldeghaim, Access Control and Identity Management Senior Analyst at STC. Thank you so much for joining us in this virtual
All right, why don't we go ahead and get started? Excellent. Norah, welcome, and welcome to your panel. We are so happy to have you guys here, you ladies here. I will hand it over to you. We're looking forward to this wonderful panel.
Thank you. Good afternoon to you all. As I introduced myself before, my name is Norah Aldeghaim, Access Control and Identity Management Senior Analyst at STC. Thank you so much for joining this virtual session. I am honored and privileged to be moderating Cybersecurity Journey panel with estimated panelists, where we're gonna talk about their cybersecurity journey and taking into consideration all what we need from the required skills, advices, and what we may face as challenges in the field. With not much to do, let's give the mic to our dear panelists to introduce themselves. Please, we're gonna start with you, Dr. Fatimah. The mic is yours.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Norah, for the introduction. Thank you, everybody, for having us today. My name is Fatimah Alakeel. I am an assistant professor at King Saud University. I have been working on cybersecurity for quite a few years now, and my main interest in cybersecurity is raising awareness and building capacity. I have also I have my own initiative in cybersecurity called SAUD, which is a non-profit volunteer group that aims to build capacity and raise awareness in cybersecurity. I'm glad to be with you today, and I'll leave the mic to you, Norah.
Thank you so much, Dr. Fatimah, and we are glad to have you with us in this session. Please, Hiba, introduce yourself.
Thank you, Norah. My name is Hiba Farhad. I work as a senior red team consultant at Cybersecurity. My job is all about helping organizations to protect their business. I discover vulnerabilities and security flaws in systems and the applications of the organization. So I mainly work as an ethical hacker or a penetration tester. I really enjoy my job because, as you hear, it's like a cool job where we do hacking, but in an ethical way and in a professional way as well, because we offer it as a consultation service to the companies. Beside my work, I love spreading awareness and knowledge about cybersecurity. So I participate in many trainings, talks, sessions, and besides that, the mentorship programs to help more people know about cybersecurity and get to sharpen their skills and know better about this field.
Thank you, Hiba, and we are excited to hear your journey. Please, Aisha, the mic is yours. Introduce yourself.
Thank you, Norah, for the introduction. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Good afternoon, everyone. Before I start introducing myself, I would like to thank Dr. Reem Shimari for the invitation. It's a great opportunity. It's truly a privilege and an honor to be speaking among such inspiring and accomplished ladies. My name is Aisha Mohammad Al-Marzougi. I am a senior permits officer working for the Dubai Electronic Security Center. I work specifically on cybersecurity policy development and implementation. I also oversee the cybersecurity services provided by the center to government entities in Dubai.
Thank you so much, Aisha. Last but not least, Asma, please introduce yourself.
Thank you so much, Norah, for introducing me. This is Asma Al-Balushi. Assalamu alaikum jami'an. Good afternoon and good morning for someone where the time zone is in the morning time. Asma Al-Balushi, I've been working with Oman since the last 6 years, Oman telecommunication engineer in information security. Throughout my journey, I started in everything, means like I tried everything in the corporate security department, from vulnerability assessment, from policy reviews, from governance, dashboarding, analysis, and from monitoring also. I used to be in Cyber Defense Center for 1 year, my second year in Oman Telecommunication. Currently, I'm still working in Omantel and continuing my journey with Omantel as a security professional services engineer.
That's quite interesting, Asma. Cannot wait to hear your journey. Thank you so much. In the beginning, we want to hear from you, Dr. Fatimah. Why did you choose cybersecurity, and how you deal with the stressful part of your job?
Well, I was always passionate by how software is actually developed. So I've after graduating from bachelor degree, I went to the US for a master's in computer science, specialized in software engineering. And I liked the idea that we need to explore how to secure our software and ensure that there are no vulnerabilities during design, using the concept of security by design. And gradually I have built this interest in cybersecurity. And so I've wrote a proposal actually for a PhD to work on specifically secure software development, where security and privacy are very important to maintain during data integration systems, during using or building data integration systems. And hence, after I completed my PhD, or actually during the last year, I developed also a passion to convey knowledge to the public and hold some awareness sessions and be face-to-face with students and other interested people to, to direct them to cybersecurity as a very new and interesting field. And so I've worked on many things, especially nowadays. I've been teaching in university a very interesting course, cyber warfare, which is actually the intersection between military and cybersecurity. And hence, my job is purely academic. It works with capacity building, research, meeting people in this field. The challenging part of it is to keep up to date, I think. Attending such events, or probably being in a community or having people to talk to within the field, have always gave me a chance to learn more about cybersecurity trends and emerging technologies, and that's a bonus. I would say I'm always running around to learn new things, and I've never stopped learning. And I think that's the main challenge of such a developing field that is really, spreading at the moment. So that's what I think. I mean, regarding the challenges of the field.
Yeah, totally agree with you, Dr. Fatimah, on this point. And what about you, Hiba? How did you get and why did you choose the cybersecurity field, and how you deal with the challenges in the field?
Well, after my graduation, I have already started working in another domain, but at that time, I wasn't happy with my job. I felt that the current job at that time wasn't really a useful job. I thought at that time that I wasn't really added an impact to the community and wasn't doing something that was really useful. So I started searching about other domains, and then I heard about cybersecurity. I love the idea of protecting, that we are helping organizations to protect their business and ultimately their customers. So that idea at first attracted my attention. So I started to search about a place to learn about cybersecurity, and I have got a scholarship at a place called the ITI, where I learned about cybersecurity. And since then, I thought, that's my passion. I love the idea of really protecting and helping people to secure their business. I felt that now I'm doing a job that has an impact. There's an added value behind every day. So that's the main motive that makes me continue working every day. Definitely, not every day is a happy day, but however, having the bigger picture in your mind makes you keep continuing. About the challenges and the stressful parts, actually having the responsibility to discover all, or let's say most of the vulnerabilities in a technology. There's always new technologies out there. So being able to discover most of the vulnerabilities to make sure that this business or this application or this system is secure. We cannot say any system is secure 100%, but let's say it is mostly secured. It's not something easy. So what's required from my side is I always need to study, always need to update my skills. It's not an easy thing. Sometimes we are fed up with studying, we're tired, but we need to continue doing this because it's a huge responsibility that you say that, okay, this application is secure. Now we can go live and on production, and then people start using it and there is a security breach out there. You feel guilty a lot. So you need to always keep studying and keep sharpening your skills to make sure you're making or doing your job in the best way you can, so that you don't feel guilty if anything bad went.
Thank you so much, Hiba. And that's quite brave to choose whatever you want and to find your passion in cybersecurity. Let's hear from you, Aisha. How did you get into cybersecurity, and what's your plan to move forward in the field?
I started my career in Dubai Electronic Security Center, which is the regulator for cybersecurity in the government entities in Dubai. But at that time, I didn't really know that I would be starting a career in cybersecurity. I joined the center as a fresh graduate business major. I was hired to develop trade license activities for cybersecurity companies. So I was looking after the business aspect of cybersecurity companies in Dubai. For a while, that's what I did. I developed and launched cybersecurity trade activities with the Department of Economic Development in Dubai. We had many workshops for the private sector. We raised awareness on the activities, and it was purely business at that stage, until I started working with Dr. Bushra Al-Blushi, Deputy Director of Information Services at DESC. The project we worked on was a spin-off on one of the trade licenses that we have launched with DED. It eventually grew into the cloud service provider's security standard. So I went from business requirement to security controls to policies and standards, and I quite enjoyed that. From there, I started working more closely with Dr. Bushra, and under her mentorship, I learned so much about cybersecurity and specifically policies and regulations in that domain. We worked on many interesting projects. Many policies came out of the collaboration between myself and her department. If someone told me when I started working at DESC that I would be a lead author and publishing reports with the World Economic Forum on international collaboration in cybersecurity certification, I would have laughed and not believed them, because I'm a business major and that's a completely different field. But I'm glad I started working with Dr. Bushra in that regards, and I am now dedicated to continuing my career in cybersecurity. I can't imagine myself working in any other field. As for how I plan to move forward in the industry, as I mentioned, we have many initiatives in DESC for government entities. One initiative that was led actually by Dr. Bushra, it was launched yesterday in JISEC. It's called the Dubai Cyber Innovation Park, and it's a hub for training and development of cyber professionals in Dubai. We have many other resources as well in DESC for training and development, and I plan to exhaust every single resource to develop my cybersecurity career.
That's interesting, Aisha, to hear your story, how you move from business to cybersecurity. What about you, Asma? How did you get into cybersecurity, and what's your plan to move further?
Thank you so much, Norah, for introducing. It's such a beautiful question, because my story is kind of a little bit funny, since I used to dream since childhood that I want to be a forensic in life, like with the people, like a crime scene and so on. But unfortunately, due to, sometimes you need to score on something, I didn't made it. So I had to go as my second and third option. I used to keep my options. If I didn't get the first passion, then I need to go to the second or third or something like that. So I ended up in the internet e-security field. After that, now I am in kind of forensic, but not with the police. I'm dealing with electronic cyber defenses and the cyber threats. So I started with Oman telecommunication in the headhunting concept out of the college immediately. So I didn't have the chance to even breathe. I started down and I did not choose anything. I had to learn everything. Starting my first year was in information security. So I was dealing projects related to security. Like I was in the middle of the hurricane, dealing with everything, trying to understand at the same time and trying to deal with a new area and new people. And as a first job, like you will be in a bunch of stress. After that, after information security for, I think from 2016 to 2017, we launched our cyber defense center in the company, and I was the first lady. That's the information I want to give in our department to be in the cyber defense center. I continued there for 1 year with incident handling and understanding how the work goes and how this area is going. So after that, I thought, no, let's go back for information security now. 2018, I get back with a huger team, a bigger team in information security. I continued with the project and assessment for project to go live, like internal assessment, external assessment, analyzing the system if they're ready to go live or they're not ready to go live, reporting that things, and creating all of that readiness in order the management to decide if this project is okay to go live to the public in order not to be compromised or something like that. Now, currently, my management decided to keep me in the governance. I was good with the reporting and dashboarding, which is the major analytical thing that everyone is crying about, fortunately. So, but it is the best thing. Well, governance and reporting, I believe, is the best point where the management and everyone understand what we need to improve and how we need to improve it. As part of my, the second part of question, Norah, it's really interesting that how I am planning to move forward. Normally, I don't share my plans. So I'll give you a small brief on how I'm planning. I believe myself, I'm still in that learning mode. Now I approximately gone to everything in the cybersecurity field, from incident handling, vulnerability management, governance, policies, even procedures, how to link these things together. 1 more year, then I will decide one of these. Plus, there is the leadership I didn't forget about, which I'll be speaking shortly later on for more details, inshallah. Thank you so much, Noah.
Thank you so much, Asma, and thank you for sharing your plan, even if you want to share it. Thank you so much to know that. And let's just get back to you, Dr. Fatimah. Based on your position, what helped you to get where you are as a cybersecurity advisor and a founder of SAUD, which is a non-profit organization? What is the more required skills to be successful in the field?
I think being in computer science and coming back from a technical background is always a challenge to get to people, to communicate with people, and you're always working with the programming languages, devices, and isolated most of the time. So I think one of the key elements that helped me reach where I am at the moment is my hopefully good personal skills. So I've really worked on that by trying to communicate with people about the work that I do, trying to build my network. I've also increased my social media presence. I've given to the society more than 30, I would say, awareness session to get them into understanding what my field is about and how I'm passionate about it. And it helped me to be exposed to many different industries, healthcare, education, business, and many different areas that I wouldn't have got the opportunity if I didn't actually put myself out there for people to reach me. And I've also worked heavily on mentoring the students and fresh grads into getting job interviews and help them to choose their major. So these kind of personal skills, I think, helped me a lot to achieve in my field and also to be known, well known in the community. So, alhamdulillah, I have built this reputation through hardworking and dedication, I would say. So I think these kind of skills are very important for people who are working in the technical field, and it's a bit of a challenge because we tend to be more timid, more isolated, and so we need really to put some effort into putting ourselves out there and trying to reach out to the community and also to learn from others and being part of a community such as, for example, Wicked6, the ones who invited us today to communicate through this panel. It's such a pleasure to see all of these ladies in the field who would help each other to grow, to learn, and to be part of a huge, I would say, success worldwide.
Thank you, Dr. Fatimah, and totally agree with you that we need the soft skills as much as we need the hard skills in the field. And you such as a great role model in the cybersecurity field. Let's hear from you, Aisha. From your point of view, what's the most required skills to be successful in cybersecurity?
One of the main skills that comes to my mind, it's something that I wouldn't have thought of initially when you asked me about cybersecurity skills. But I think presentation skills and information delivery skills are very important if you're, let's say, in a position where you have to present complex technical details to leadership or to management, and you're in a boardroom full of people who can only afford 5 minutes of their time to listen to you. So you have to be able to deliver your information in a concise and clear and thorough manner without missing any of the details, but without taking too long of their time. So presentation skills are very important in this field. Decision making, quick decision making, but not being quick or irresponsible in decision making, because from what we've seen, especially in government, and when the pandemic came and several other critical times have been upon us, you can't really afford to take too long to think, but you have to take wise and well thought out decisions. So you have to balance the two. You have to balance analytical thinking and decision making. Those for me are the most critical skills to have.
Thank you, Aisha. I totally agree with you that the presentation skills is most required, because you have to know how to present what you work, and in cybersecurity field, the presentation or how did you gonna mark your work, it's totally hard. Thank you, Aisha. Get back to you, Hiba. What advices would you have for others who want to set off in the similar direction in the cybersecurity field?
Well, that's an important question. When you ask me, actually, multiple tips came to my mind, so I'll share them with you. First of all, if you are going to ethically hack a thing, you need to first understand it well. And the better you understand it and know details about how it's work, what does the technology really do, how it works, that helps you better doing security assessment, that's to say, hack it. That's a thing. Besides that, the key things in this field is self-studying and self-development. There will be many trainings that you have to take. It's online. You have just study by yourself and you have to research a lot. This is the key. You always need to keep developing your skills and keep upgrading them. This is very, very important. And the last tip that came to my mind, last but not least, that being a lady should never be a stopper. You are a potential candidate, just like any other man. You just need to be well prepared, which makes sense. And there's a key thing you need to put it in your mind, that we as ladies have unique skills that are different from men. So for any company, when they have men and women in the same team, they eventually having different skill set. That's to say that team eventually has the maximum benefit, the maximum skill set. So never be like shy or have doubt in yourself because you're a lady, they may not hire me. No, you just need to be well prepared. You need to be a very good candidate so that they want to hire you, just like any man who needs to be good as well. Because we don't want the company to just hire you because you're a lady or just reject you because you're a lady. No, they should like hire you or reject you based on your skills, if you are good enough or you are not good enough. So these are like the key tips that came to my mind when you asked me that question.
Thank you, Hiba. Thank you so much. I totally agree with you on that point. Before we conclude, let's hear from you, Asma. What advices would you have for the cybersecurity joiners and to explain to them what is cybersecurity?
Thank you, Norah. I'm really impressed about what Hiba said. She kind of told a couple of more main points that I was about to highlight of being a lady and self-developing yourself. But I will not continue with the same. I'll add some more ideas since, as we know, it's an evolving area. Cyber defense and cybersecurity is always keep on evolving in a ways that we didn't expect it, actually. So what happens... my main thing is to discover your passion. Since, as Hiba said also, she mentioned that she was in an area, but she didn't like it. And also Aisha said, like, she was in a business. So she changed in the area. Now she loved what she is doing. This is the main thing. Find your passion. And that's what I'm doing. Even though I'm passionate in the security, But I'm enjoying every moment and every area that I've been there. Like from either I want to be a vulnerability assessor, I want to be a threat hunter, or an ethical hacker, or I just want to create the policies where people will get the right guidelines to go through. In brief, so I don't talk longer from the time which is given to me. Develop yourself as much as possible. Be a self-learner. Always keep it up, and don't let anyone to bring down your passion. It is you who want to be in this field. It is you who decide to be in this field. It is you who is going to work in this field. And as a woman, I know that there is a lot of strong women that will not allow anyone to bring them down, because I believe that ladies are the right people for the security. Their analytics skills are so amazing. They are so curious that they can find small things. So just go ahead and get ticky in your hands, just hands-on the things, and find what's exactly it's making you to love this. If it is hacking, are you doing it for some purpose? As Hiba said, I'm helping the organization to be secure, or I'm just doing it for fun. So you need to decide which areas you want. Again, we have the confusion that always happens to everyone. Shall I choose the technical aspect, or I choose the leadership aspect? You need to learn both of them. You need to understand both of them. Or at least you just have like a 1, 2 month, 3 month, whatever is possible, to get grilled into these things, learn about them, then decide. Either you really want to be that manager who supports this cyber world, or you want to be the technical person in the background. Or sometimes technical people are amazing, I believe. They need a lot of passion to do their work. And that's all. Be yourself. That's it. That's my main idea. Thank you so much, Norah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Asma, and thank you for highlighting the leadership and technical in cybersecurity. Thank you so much. In the end, thank you all for joining us for this virtual session. Feel free to ask any questions through Discord. I will make sure to answer all your questions from our dear panelists. Thank you again for our dear panelists. Thank you for your huge advices and great journey to here. And as they said, enjoy the journey as much as the destination, and we hope a bright future for you all. Thank you so much.
So much to each of the Cybersecurity Journey panelists today. That was fantastic. We greatly appreciate your tips and your time. Next up is session 3.